In the last lecture, we learned what is a form array and how to create and use a form array in a reactive form. Now in this lecture, we are going to learn how to add dynamic controls in a form using reactive form approach. And this is one of the advantages which we get when we use reactive form. Using reactive forms, we can add dynamic controls in our form. Let's see how we can do that. So in the last lecture, we created this skills form array. And inside this skills form array, currently we have 4 controls. And what we are doing is, in the HTML file, we are looping over that form array. So here you can see, using this ng for directive, we are looping over that form array. And for each iteration, we are generating this input element dynamically in the form. So if I go to the web page, you will notice that in this form, we have 4 input elements where we can add this skill. If I go back to VS Code, and from this form array, if I remove, let's say, 2 of the form controls, in that case, in the web page also, it will show only 2 form controls for skill. As you can see, now it is showing only 2 form controls for adding skill. So basically, we are looping over this form array, and for each element of this form array, we are rendering this input element dynamically. Now, what we want is, initially when this form loads, at that time, we only want to show one input element for adding this skill. For that, all we have to do is, we have to remove the remaining form controls from this skills form array. So now in this skills form array, we have only one form control. So in the web page also, we should see only one skill form control. Now what I also want is, I want to add an add button here, and when that add button is clicked, it should create this add skill input element dynamically, and it should render it here. So for that, let's go back to VS Code, and let's first add a button element in the HTML. So after this div, we are going to add a button element, and by default, as we have learned, by default, a button is of type submit. So whenever that button will be clicked, it will submit the form. But we don't want that behavior here. When this button will be clicked, we don't want to submit the form. So here we are going to set its type as button. Okay, and on this button, let's also add a CSS class. So in the app component.css, here I have created a CSS class called button add delete. Let's go ahead and let's add this CSS class for this button. All right. So if you save the changes and if you go back to the web page, there we have this add skills button. And when this button will be clicked, we want to add a form control dynamically, using which user can add multiple skills. For that, on this button element, we are going to bind click event. So let's go back to VS Code, and here on this button element, let's go ahead and let's bind click event. And to this click event, let's assign a method. Let's call it maybe add skills. You can name it anything. And let's go ahead and let's create this method inside the app component class. So here after this on form submitted method, I'm going to create this add skills method. And when this method will be called, what we want is, we want to insert a new form control inside this skills form array. So first of all, we need to get access to this skills form array, and we can access it using this reactive form property. So here we can say this dot reactive form, and on that we can use this get method. And to this get method, we need to pass the property name which we want to access here. Here we want to access this skills property. Okay. So this get method here, it will return us this form array. Now using this get method, it is going to return us a value of type abstract control. And form control, form group, and form array, these are the child classes of this abstract control. So this get method, it can return either form group, form array, or form control. Okay, and what we want is, when this form array will be returned to us, on that we want to use push method. But here you see this push method is not available. push method is only available on form array. But since this get method is going to return abstract control, a form group, and a form array. All these three are of type abstract control. But only form array has the push method. So here we know that this skills, it is going to return us a form array. So here we are going to explicitly typecast it to form array. And let's wrap this complete statement within parentheses. So this expression here, it will return us a form array, and on that form array we will have the push method, as you can see. And using this push method, we can push a new form control to this skills array. So here let's use this new keyword, and then what do we want to push here? We want to push an instance of form control. And let's pass an initial value here. Let's say null. And the form control which we are pushing here, it should be a required field. So I'm also going to add this validator on that. Okay, let's move this into a separate line so that it will be more readable. All right, so now what will happen is whenever this add skill button will be clicked, it is going to call this add skill method. And in that method, what we are doing, we are pushing a new form control to this skills array. So if we save the changes now, and if we go to the web page, and every time I click on this skills button, you see it is adding a control dynamically in this form. As you can see here, every time this add skill button is clicked, it is rendering a new form control in the form. And these form controls here, these are being generated dynamically. Let me actually show you that. So let's refresh the page here. So initially there will be only one form control for adding skills. Let's go to Elements tab. There we have this form. Let's scroll down, and here we have this div for the skills. If I expand that, currently you will see there is only one input element in that div. But as soon as I click on this add skills button, you will see one more input element has been added here. If I click again, one more input element has been added here. So these input elements, these form controls, these are being generated dynamically. And this is how, using reactive form, we can generate a form control dynamically. Now, let's also go ahead and let's fill this form, and let's see if in the value property, the values entered in these form controls are displayed or not. So first of all, we need to fill all the required fields, otherwise the submit button will not be enabled. So let's go ahead and let's fill all the required fields. And as you can see, these skill fields which have been generated dynamically, they are also required fields because we have added this required validator on those dynamically generated form controls also. So those are also required fields. So let's add some skills here. Okay. And let's click on this submit button. So let's go to console tab. Let me clear everything here, and let's click on this submit button. Let's expand this form group, and there let's expand this value property. So we have all the values captured here, and for the skills property, you can see we have an array, and in that array we have the values which we have entered for skill input elements. So we had entered C#, Angular, and React, and those values have been captured, and it is an element of this skills array. So from the dynamically generated form controls also, we are able to read its value. All right. Now let's also see how we can remove a form control dynamically from a form. Again, let's go back to VS Code, and in the HTML, after this input element, let me go ahead and let me add a button element. And here let's say delete. Here, let's set its type to button. And on this button also, let's add this CSS class. And what we will also do is, let's wrap it within a div. So I'll move this input element and this button element inside this div. And on this div, let's add a CSS class, and let's call it column. And what we also want is, for each of the input element, we also want to have this delete button. So we are going to move this ng for directive on this above div. So I'll cut this expression from here and we will add it on this div, because for each skill we want to have this input element, okay, and we also want to have this delete button so that that skill can be deleted. All right, I hope you got the point. So if I go to the web page, initially we have one input element for adding the skill, and for that we also have this delete button. Then if I click on this add skill again we have an input element to add another skill, and there for that input element we also have this delete button. Again, if I click on this add skill, again we have this add skill form control, and for that we have this delete button. Now what we want is, when this delete button is clicked, we want to remove this form control from this form. So on that delete button, let's again go ahead and let's bind click event. So here on this button, let's go ahead and let's bind click event, and to that let's assign a method on skill delete, or maybe let's call it as delete skill. And let's go ahead and let's create this method inside the app component.ts. So after add skill, let's also go ahead and let's create this method delete skill. Now in order to delete a skill, first we need to get the index of that skill which we want to delete. For example, let's say the user has added 3 skills. Now he want to delete the second skill. Basically he want to delete this second form control from the form. So we need to get access to this form control using its index. Now from where we are going to get the index? Well, in the HTML file, we are looping over each element of this skills array. And for each iteration, we are also getting its index, and we are storing it inside this variable I. So we are going to pass this variable I to this delete skill method. Okay, and here in this method we are going to receive a value, let's call it index, and it is going to be of type number. And using this index we are going to delete that skill from this skills form array. So first of all we need to get access to this skills form array. For that, again we can use this expression. I'll copy it, I'll paste it here, and let's go ahead and let's store it in a variable. Let's call it controls. And from within this controls, we want to remove an element based on its index. So here we can say controls dot remove at, and we want to remove from the given index, the index which we are receiving for this delete skill method as its parameter. Let's save the changes and let's see if it works. So let's go back to web page. Okay, let me go ahead and let me add a skill. Let's say C sharp. Let's add one more skill, Angular, and let's add one more skill, React. Now I want to delete this Angular skill. So I can click on this delete button, and that skill has been removed. It has been deleted. So that form control has been removed from this form. Let's go to Elements tab. Again, let's scroll down to the div where we are displaying the skills here. So currently you see we have two elements, two divs in there. In the first div, we have an input element and a button. In the second div also, we have an input element and a button. Now let's say I want to delete this first form control from here. So when I click on this delete button, this div should be removed. Let's see if that happens. So when I click on the delete button of this first form control for the skills, you will see that that div has been removed from the DOM. So this is how we can remove a form control dynamically from a given form. Now, just like we can add or remove form controls dynamically from a form, in the same way, we can also add or remove form groups from a form dynamically.